everybody, welcome to Jeder Cent channel, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a paper sword. To make the paper sword, you need 5 pieces of US letter size paper. If you don't have US letter size paper, use A4 paper, and you should have 3 pieces with the same color and the other 2 with the same color. So I'll show you more. Also, you need a ruler, a rope tip, and 4 pieces of used paper. You can use these pieces of paper. I fold the paper airplanes and don't use them anymore, and now I will use this to make the sword. Now let's start with the first step. Let me show you how to do it. So this is what we have. I will start with these 2 pieces of paper, and it should be easy. Let's do step by step. I will take one piece of the paper and I will fold it, and I'll fold the other one. So first step, let's fold the paper in half. And then unfold the paper. Start from both sides of the paper. Fold both edges to the center crease. And continue. Start from both sides of the paper. Fold both sides to the center crease. And I repeat the same fold for the other side. Now I will unfold this part of the paper, and now this is what I have. I will roll the other side through the crease we just made, and then I fold this side down to keep them together. So this is what I have. I can adjust the paper just a little bit to make sure it does look nice. Alright, and I pressed out the paper too to make sure it looks nice. There we go. So this is what I have. This is one piece of the paper, and I repeat the same fold for the other piece of the paper. Alright, so let's start. Let's do it again. In case you missed the previous fold, let's do this one. So I'll do it a little bit faster. Alright, so I finished these 2 pieces of the paper. Now I move this one away, and I will start with this. You can see that we have the pocket here. So make sure that you open both the pockets correctly. Alright, let me see which way should I do. Okay, so I will open this one to see how it looks like. Okay, so it can look like this. That is fine. Yeah, this is what we have. So open this, that's fine. This is what we have so far. Let me put the paper down and then I'll start from this side and make a fold. Actually I'll fold this way. Here we go. So this part of the paper should look like this, and now I can unfold the paper. Now this is a tricky part because we need to fold this edge of the paper toward the center, alright, the inner of the paper. So we need to open it, and because we have the crease already, we can just push this part of the paper down. Alright, so let's do it. This may be difficult for now, but you will be able to do it. So press down more and more. So try to get it correct at the first time, because if you don't get it right, then you have to fix it. So push it down, see what I have, and it's look perfect already, and it's also have keep this piece of the paper together. Now we just have to deal with the other sides of the sword. So you finish with that part of the paper. Now I'm going to show you guys how to enhance this part first, and then we will move forward to this piece. So I put this one here, and now I move both pieces away and show you what can I do with these used paper, these broken paper airplanes. Alright, I keep them all and try to use these unused paper airplanes for something else. And now I have a chance to show you guys how to make a paper sword. Anyways, let me show you how to do it. Let me take these away. I want to fill the paper too, because these two papers are thin, right? These paper are thin, so I just pick one of them. I pick this one first, and I will start with the other. So let me unfold the paper. Now we have so many pieces, so many folds, and this is difficult for us to fold. The easiest way is to get one piece of clean paper, a new piece of paper, and then we start with this one. Alright, for this one I will show you some trick that is very important. First step, let me fold the paper in half anyways. So fold the paper in half, and then I fold the paper in half again. Alright, and now instead of fold the paper in half, I'll fold the paper in third. But how can I do it? I just fold it this way. If it's not right, and I can just adjust it. And look at this. This time I will use the ruler to show you. But if you don't have a ruler, that is fine. You can just estimate. So this is 1 inch, and this is about half an inch, right? So fold it in half of an inch, and then just keep folding, right? So fold this way, and then I fold more. That is okay. Alright, so this is what we have so far. So I fold this already. This is just an extra piece of paper because we use this piece of paper already. We still need to have 3 pieces of this green paper, right? So make sure that you add 1 more. Alright, so now we still have 3 pieces. This one is just a piece of paper we use for references. Okay, now let me unfold the paper to see what I have. So we have this fold and this fold and the other fold. That's 5. Let's go back to the piece of the paper here. This is a used paper, and I fold this piece of paper in half first. Alright, and then I fold this piece of paper in half too. Okay, so I have this one and this one even, and I can use the upper piece of paper as a reference to fold the other. I can just keep folding. Okay, when I finish the first fold, I can just roll it. if it's pop up, that is okay. We will have another piece of paper to roll over. Now I will use another piece of paper to roll over it. So let me unfold this paper airplane and then put it down. Now I have this piece of paper. This looks like this, and I just fold this piece of paper in half. And what I'll fold this paper in half too. Next step, I can use this piece of paper, the one we just done before. I can roll it over, so we have two pieces of paper, and we can fold it. To make sure that this is strong. Okay. Does look fine, and this part of the paper tend to pop up, so I hold this part of the paper first, and then I press it down hard. Okay, and I put it here. That is okay if it's pop up. Now I will use this piece of paper and the tab to tab this piece of paper. So just a little bit on this side, so at this end of the paper first. I will just tap it, and right here, so a little bit more to keep it strong. Same thing here to make sure that the paper won't break. One here. At the end, maybe we can just tap the end too, just a little bit. Alright, so just tap this part of the paper. Let me clean up the table for now. Alright, so now let's go back to this piece of paper. Let me roll that over and over and over. Make sure that it stays nicely. And I will start from this part, this part first, and then I open the paper here and then insert it inside. Just push it inside. Alright, and at this point it will stuck, and you have a little bit extra piece here. That is good. Okay, so I will start from here. Put this piece of paper away. Just leave the tab here actually. So this part of the paper, what can I do with it? I would tab it too, but I would tab it at the end first. Alright. I'll tab it here too. Make sure that it stays correctly. Also at the end here. Alright, so now I can insert this in here. You can see that I opened the paper and put it in. Okay, let's remove this piece away. Now I can tab it all together. Actually, I will have a longer piece of tape, and I just tape it. Alright, now I'm going to create the structure of the sword, the inner. So because we have this piece already, I just grab another piece of used paper, and then I will just roll it over. Okay, now I can move this the tab away and fold it in half. Right, and I fold it in half too. This is what I have. Okay, so it's in half and in half. Now use this piece of the paper and I just fold it. roll it one more time. Look at what I have. It's the same thing. Okay, make sure that you press it down. Once you finish one side, that is okay. If this side pop up, we will just insert it into the center of the paper. Right. Now we have a little end here. That is okay. I can press it down a little bit more to see how it's going. Okay, this is the end. So look at this. This is already strong. Okay. Now on the following step, I'm going to create the handle of the sword. Okay, this part is not strong enough, so we need to enhance. To do it, I just fold this piece of paper in half. Let me move this one away, and I fold this one in half. This piece of paper in half. All right, and unfold the paper. I'll fold both sides to the center crease. Let me turn the paper like this. So let me show you guys how to do it again. Let's flatten the paper down, fold the paper in half, and unfold the paper. Start from both sides of the paper, fold both edges to the center crease. One side is finished. We do the same thing for the other side. Perfect. And start from both sides of the paper, fold to the center crease. Actually, we shouldn't do it. So now just start from here. Next step, I will start from this. I will put the paper like this and use the sword, use the blade of the sword and put it here and start folding. So I just made the first fold. Just make the first fold. Okay. Now I have the crease. This is hard to fold, so I use a ruler to make a better crease. So the crease should look nicer. Here we go. So I have a very nice crease here. I press the paper down, alright, and I keep rolling. Keep rolling. The problem is when I roll, this one expand a little bit, so I just press the paper down. Because this is hard to fix it, so keep doing it. Right? So keep doing to the end. Alright, so now I'll put the paper here, unfold the paper, and then just roll. Okay. The end of the paper, let's see what else we can do. Just fold it. Okay, let's do it. Put here, and then just roll over. Just a little bit more. Roll over. Let me move here. Here a little bit. Alright, just roll over. Very easy. If it's off a little bit, this is okay. You don't have to worry much about that. So this is what we have, right? That's already look nice. So let's tap it. When you tap, make sure that you hold the handle, otherwise this will pop out. So I just cut and then tap. For the center, perfect. Also here too. Alright, so that's already look nice. On the following step, I will start from these two pieces of paper. I will start from one first, and you can repeat the same fold for the other side. Now, I will fold the paper in half, and I fold the paper in half again. Start from this edge, fold it in half. Alright, and now I can unfold the paper. Let's start from this edge, fold to the center crease. but I will just force close to the center crease and make it smaller. This is better to make it smaller. Okay, now how small is this? I will use a ruler to show you. This is about 2/3 of an inch. Let me show you an inch. Right here. So 2/3 of an inch. Okay, so keep rolling. It should be small, shouldn't big. Should be small, it shouldn't be big. Okay, if it's big, it won't work. Okay, so it is small. When you finish this piece of the paper, repeat the sample for the other piece of paper. I will start from this piece of paper. I'll move the sorry away and I'll fold it in half. And next, I fold the paper in half too. On the following step, I start from this side as well, and I will fold a 2/3 of an inch. Okay. One of the reasons why I fold the paper in half, because when I have this crease, I can estimate a 2/3 of an inch. So I will show you how it's work. See, this is about 2/3 of an inch. When we fold the paper in half, it is about an inch, or bigger than an inch a little bit. But when we have a crease, it's easier for us to measure. So I'll just keep rolling this piece of paper, and here, so we have 2 pieces, and the sword. Next step, this one is very loose. That's why we need this one to enhance it. So I'll put this one in here first. Let me show you. I'll put this one in here first. This may be big, tight now. It's better it's tight than it's loose. So I will do it first. Okay. You need to do it slowly because this is tight. Okay, so I would throw it. I try to push this in as much as I can. See, once it's in, this is easier. So I keep pushing it until I can. Once I finish one side, I repeat the same thing for the other side. Let me try to push it in. This is very important. This may be difficult now because we have it very thick, but one way we can do is we can press the paper down, so we have more room. See, you can press this down and then push this one in. This is okay. Okay. So I press this down and then push this one in. This is one of the hardest steps. Okay, this is in now. So I press this, push it. I will try to push this more. See, I push this more. Make sure that both sides are even. Okay, when you push one in, try to push the other one as well. Okay, so look like both sides are even now. Does look good. Now we try to push this one in one more time, but we can curve the paper toward the center like this, right? And then I press this in toward the center and then press in. You can see this part of the paper. I press it and push this in. May be difficult for now because this is too thick. I should give it more room, but let's try to do it. Okay. Here we go. It's working now. Let me press a little bit more. Okay, that's good. I finished this side, and then I repeat the same fold, same push for the other side. So I will do it the same thing. I press push it in. Okay, So put in word. Let me show you how I do it. So far, press out the paper. Now you can press this one out. Push both sides. It's very thick now. It's thick this side, so I can press this, and I fold this backward. And take a look at this. This is what you have so far, right? Let's take a look at the end here. So this is what we have, and this is the sort. Okay guys, this is very good. You can actually hold this, and here you go. This is the sort, and this is almost finished. But before you actually play with it, let's tape everything so that it will stay strong and last long. So I will start from this side. I will start from this. I will just tape from the end of the sword. So start from here, and you can see we have this is a preference. I can start from here and then tap it. Okay, so I just tap it this way and then continue. So we tap it to the end. Let me adjust it. Alright, so tap it to the end of the sword and then continue. So once you finish that side, let's repeat the same step for the other side. And here you go. This is a new paper sword. Let's check it out yourself. And I hope you guys will enjoy making this one. Don't forget to like the video, share the tutorial with your friends, and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.